What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. A couple of weeks ago I let you guys know what my favorite high-end or slightly more expensive favorite liquid lipsticks were, and I promised you a follow-up with affordable options, so here I am. I have a total of 5 brands that I'm going to be talking about today, and I'm going to start off with one of my absolute favorites. I keep these top shelf because they are just so good. I am talking about my Rimmel Stay Matte liquid lipsticks. I have 6 shades here, and I actually did a full review of these lipsticks. I'm going to link the video up here for you to check out, but these are my absolute favorites. In particular, Firestarter, this beautiful fiery red lipstick, is hands down one of my go-to reds. The formula of these is so easy to work with. I love the doe foot applicator. They have lots of pigment, and when these go on, they do not budge. Aside from keeping these top shelf, I love that they smell like candy. I am also a huge fan of the Wet n Wild liquid Catsuit lipsticks. These are a beautiful matte formula, super pigmented. I love the doe foot applicator on these. They've got a nice little divot, lots of pigment. Which color did I just take? This is Berry Recognize. As you guys can see, this is super pigmented. It doesn't budge. It dries down to a gorgeous matte, and they have a wonderful array of shades. They recently released some metallic colors, which I literally just picked up the other day. I have yet to try them, so I can't really vouch for those, but I can definitely vouch for their matte formula. It is one of my favorites. In particular, what I love is that they don't feather out. They are budge proof and super comfortable on the lips. You put it on, it does not dry your lips out. You don't get little raisins at the end of the day. They are just very comfortable to wear. I was so excited when I discovered the next liquid lipstick because these quickly became a favorite. They are from L'Oreal. These are the Infallible, I guess, liquid lipsticks or Infallible paints. They have tons of different colors. Just lost one. I have 7 of them. They are just so beautiful, super pigmented. I love that when you look at these, you sort of expect it to be a sponge tip applicator, you know, the ones that you just squeeze out a little bit of product, like the Too Faced ones. But these actually come with a doe foot applicator, and again, they do have the divot, which is beautiful because it hugs your lips so nicely, very similar to the Wet n Wild lipsticks, and the color range is incredible. This one here is one of my favorite colors. This is Nude Star. I think this is such a flattering nude on so many skin tones. These liquid lipsticks though, unlike the other ones that I just talked about, don't dry down to a matte. These are literally just a liquefied bullet lipstick. Super comfortable on the lips. You cannot go wrong. However, for anybody who does love a matte lipstick and is diehard about it, don't worry, L'Oreal's got you covered, because they did come out with some matte versions. I don't have the full range here with me today. I only have the one. It's sort of this purple grayish tone color right here called Velvet Pout. It's so beautiful, and this one here does dry down to a beautiful matte, and once it's on, it is on. Following on the metallic lip trend, they did create an Infallible metallic matte lipstick. So hang on a second. They've got the matte version right here. This color just, oh, it screams fall to me. It is a little more on the vampy side. It's not something that I would typically wear. It sort of pushes me outside of my comfort zone, but I feel like it's perfect for the fall. And then they have their traditional metallic liquid lipsticks, similar to the formula of the, I guess, regular Infallible Paint Pro liquid lipsticks, whatever they're called. I love all 3 of these colors here, but Moonlust is my absolute favorite. It is what I have on my lips today, and it applies just so beautifully. Again, it's got the same applicator that hugs your lips, and it's got such a beautiful color to it. Very pigmented, comfortable on the lips. You really can't go wrong with these. course they have to be in my favorites. Let's continue moving the train along the drugstore aisle and stop right in front of the Milani display to talk about these Amore matte lip creams. These were some of the first liquid lipsticks that I discovered at the drugstore. I fell in love. I actually remember the day. Believe it or not, I remember the day I fell in love with these. I was actually in Chicago and I was there for a conference for work, and I did have a little bit of free time, so I decided to do a little bit of walking around, some browsing. I was staying within walking distance to Millennium Park. And I remember one day when I wanted to see that big cloud, that, you know, silver sort of cloud. I'll insert a picture of myself up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I passed by a Walgreens and I was like, ooh, hang on, I gotta pop in there and check out what's up. And I found these liquid lipsticks there. And this isn't something that Canadian drugstores had been carrying yet. Milani was not widely available here in Canada, so I decided to pick up 6 colors and I never looked back. One of my favorites is this color called Attraction. This is number 35. Oh my goodness, it is this beautiful berry red color. It is so flattering on the lips. Oh my god, I die for this color. It smells like vanilla. It is so similar to the Huda Beauty scent from her liquid lipsticks. Very, very light, dries down to a gorgeous matte. I will warn you that they do dry down really, really quickly, so you've got to work really fast with the product. And I would suggest using lip liner with these just so you can get super, super precision when you're going in. Because of how fast they dry, you don't really have a lot of time to play around with lines, to sort of correct any mistakes that you might make, so lip liner works really well with these. And last but certainly not least, my favorite affordable liquid lipstick does come from Colourpop. As you can see, I have a bit of an obsession. This tray here is normally displayed right up there, so sometimes you might be able to see it in my videos unless my big head is blocking it. But I have all of my favorite colors in here. They're all just so beautiful. The liquid lipsticks do come in a variety of finishes. There is the satin finish, which is just a nice sort of melted down lipstick. Doesn't fully dry down to a matte, but it's super comfortable on the lips. You've got your matte finish, which, as the name suggests, it dries down to a complete matte. I am going to go ahead and say though that not all of these mattes are made equal. There are some that feel a lot more drying on the lips than others, so it's not exactly my favorite liquid matte formula, but the color range that they have is just unreal and you really can't beat it. Then they've got the glossy finishes, which of course is more like a lip gloss that has quite a bit of pigment. There are the metallic finishes, which again are metallic lipsticks. They almost dry down to a matte, but not entirely. They're not also a budge proof either. The only budge proof formula you're gonna find from Colourpop is the matte one. I believe they also have a blotted formula, which is more like a lip stain. I actually don't have any of those, but from what I know, they leave a bit of a stain behind, and that's about it. I just pulled out some of my favorites from Colourpop. I do absolutely love Frick and Frack. This is just such a good sort of everyday liquid lipstick. It's a nice sort of deepened dusty rose. Frick and Frack is in the satin formula, and I do like the doe foot applicator. It is on the small side, very similar to what Kylie uses in her liquid lipsticks, and this is gonna give you a lot more control so you can get more precision with any lines. Sometimes I feel like such an amateur when I'm applying liquid lipstick. I'll get it all over the place. Sometimes it's jagged, sometimes I overline my lips and I end up looking like I had a botched lip job. God, it can get really, really bad. But I feel like I've improved over the years, you know? Just takes a little bit of practice. I also love Bumble, and Bumble is one of the matte colors. I just love it for its neutrality. I find this one does crumble a little bit on the outer corners of my lips, but it's not a deal breaker. You just reapply and you're good to go, and just blot it down a little bit. One of my all-time favorite nudes, and you don't often find me wearing really pale nudes, but Echo Park, which is one of the satin colors, is just so, so beautiful. And I love it because it does have a bit of a pinky brown undertone to it. And when I look for nudes for my skin tone in particular, I need a bit of a brown undertone. Otherwise, I look completely washed out and sick. And if you're wondering, the Colourpop lipsticks, they don't really smell like anything. They just smell like melted lipstick. One color that has recently become a favorite is this one right here. This was from the Colourpop and I Love Sarah He Karen's collaboration, and this is called Arriba. It is a gorgeous red. This is such a beautiful matte red color, great for any occasion, budge proof, and goes on really smooth, easy, and very opaque. And lastly, from their metallic formula, I absolutely love Queen. Queen is such a beautiful color. It's got a pink undertone to it and then a buttload of glitter. As far as I can tell, there is gold, I see pink, a little bit of green. Oh my gosh, there's I think a couple of silver specks if I'm not mistaken. Just lots of different flecks. It's so pretty. Hell, you know what? I'm just gonna take off the one that I've got and I'm gonna put that one on. Here we go, let's put on Queen. I love that this color reflects differently in all sorts of lights, whether I'm under a disco light, whether I'm under studio lights, natural sunlight, thank you baby Jesus. I am just seeing all different colors, but right now in particular, I am seeing gold. It's like the Midas touch that I just put on my lips. It's so flattering, so beautiful, and it makes my lips look a little bit more plump and more luscious, because I do have lips that are a little on the thin side. Like I said, sometimes I overline, sometimes it looks like a botched lip job. Right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm channeling my inner housewife right now. And that's it for this video. Those are all of my favorite affordable liquid lipsticks. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You can also connect with me on all of my social media, and I'm gonna link all of that for you in the description box below. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what some of your favorite affordable liquid lipsticks are. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing day no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.